line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.maconisetupshop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
And at long last, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for your Season 3 opener here at Talladega Super Speedway. This is Pedal Metal Racing League's third expedition into the series of iRacing, and tonight for the first time we debut the Truck Series live here on the show. Hi again everyone, I am Christian the Crusader Driver. Welcome back to the show as we get ready to hit up our drivers here tonight for the trucks at Talladega Super Speedway. This is definitely looking to shape up to be a pretty staggering order for a lot of these drivers, as they are facing some pretty steep conditions, not just from the track itself, but from the way this is going to play out for them here on the field. Here we go. Let's start them up here. Let's look them on our pole here. It's going to be right out of the gate. It'll be Keep Checkmate Taylor, and the number 8 is outside. Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, the 21. Row number 2, Warren Young of the A1, and is outside. It's the 3 of Lance Brantlinger. Row 3, Jason Wright there, and the 54 it is outside. It'll be the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks. Row 4, Todd Horsch in the 9, making his debut on PTM Racing TV. It is outside. Cindy, the closer Taylor, and the number 7. Row 5, James Mandaroto in the 27 is outside. Chantel Pottle in the number 5. Row 6, Jeffrey Tufts in the 72 it is outside. Matthew Hofford in the 84. Next row on back, we will see it will be Ian Yeager in the 96 is outside. Ryan Kling in the 815. Row number 8 will be Brian Healy in the 83. It is outside the 80 of Alonzo King Jr. Row 19 will be Kevin Baker in the 87, and Cody Fogg there in the 59. Shotguns on our field here tonight. We'll see it here as it will be. Looks like maybe it'll be Kevin Baker in the 87 there, and yep, actually, so Kevin Baker in the 87, and Ryan Kling rounding out your field actually right there. So see the drivers get ready to stack and all that here for tonight's opening night for Pedal in the Metal Racing League Series here. This has been a hot start here for a lot of guys out here, a lot of drivers looking to make a name for themselves early, looking to make themselves known and well regarded around the show. They will all lay into this one here and have to fight their way on by down for this one. A lot of racing to go down and a lot of hot battles, to say the least, here between these new drivers and the veterans here. Get a good look at these drivers, their cars, their trucks I should say, that they have designed up, made up, a lot of them made up of course by Pottlez Wrapz there. As you see a lot of the designs up on the schemes there. Some new drivers in the house, some names you've never mentioned or never seen before, making their long-awaited TV debut here, looking to all try and signify themselves a place in the crown jewel here at Talladega. A lot of heavy hitters here and a lot of tough drivers here to take on as we get ready to get out of the way here, get things situated on in. Line them up in their position zone here, coming down around out of turn 3, down in turn 4 here, folks. We are getting ready to go here. Caution lights are coming down here. We're ready to get underway here as they line them up into position, getting ready to start them up in the field. Zone weeds on in, zone fields on by here. The trucks at Talladega are now about to commence here as the field works it on by here. We're ready to go racing. Coming on down here, ready to fight them on by here. They are charging away. It is green flag racing this time by here, down out of turn 3, down in turn 4 here. Let's get on your feet, get your hands together. These guys are ready to lock and load here as they situate them on by. Running them on by, here we go. Green flag flies, we are underway. Working them on into a pretty solid start here off the game, off the zone here. Strong on by here, a solid battle here. They're around the start here. A little bit of big maneuvers made already. There you see Keep Checkmate Taylor getting a little bit of a put back there. Got to put right back on the zone. They're kind of put on the edge here a little bit as he moves them on down around out of turn 3, down to turn 4 here, trying to hold them on by. Sidney, the closer Taylor there right to his outside right now, challenging up in, giving it all he's got, while Lance Brantlinger in the number 3 has the early advantage with Jeffrey Oaks in the 20 falling behind. Solid runs immediately from the drivers here, and there is 60 laps of hard running and hard battles here. these guys and gals are going to have to take on all night long, so definitely be keeping an eye on that as we progress through the race here. Not a lot of room to make mistakes here, not a lot of time to be making any big problems here, that's for sure. They've got to stay focused here and really run their line in. Running them on by down right now, and now Keith Checkmate Taylor gets to run there with her brother Cindy, her sister Cindy, brother to Cindy, as Keith Taylor right now moving the chains by, moving it down low. They start to wheel it in. Brother and sister duo getting a good draft off that zone, helping each other out a little bit. Matthew Hoffer, though, in the 84 Mountain Dew machine, trying to stay up on the groove there, stay in that area of play. Custom setups in these trucks here tonight is going to really play into a big factor here for how they run and how well they will be hitting up tonight. That's one thing to kind of keep your eye on and keep notice of throughout this race. Right now, though, in the back of the field here, from the outhouse coming up down to the White House here, Brian Healy there in that 83 machine, moving up 8 positions already, kind of keeping a little bit of a ground and maintenance there, but the truck's definitely having some problems there, staying stabilized. We'll see how long that gives him troubles there and see if he's able to get it back under zones and back on a situation here as you get on board camera here. Running them back on in right now, down and about here on the straights here in their corner zones here. Everyone's still in a pretty hot pursuit here. A good battle for the race lead here between Oaksey and Brantlinger here right now. Still doing everything they can to try to hold off one another and give it all they've got on that starting zone. But Warren Young there in the number 1 machine trying to do everything he can to get into that zone as well. Back to the outside line goes the Taylors. Keith and Cindy back up high side. Move the chains on in. Kenna Crawford joins us in. Joey Taylor as well here with Brittany Young, rooting on for the number 1 Young. Finn Robinson, good to hear that awesome commentator again. Good luck, racers. Need some international racers in these NASCAR leagues. Not to tell you wrong with US and Canada. You're not wrong with that one though, bud. Chaz Clark, I like Team Rattlesnake, one of my favorite snakes. Great to have you on board tonight. Team Rattlesnake is definitely in the house tonight. Currently, right now, the Wakeford's talking here. Robert Kahn still a little bit of ways in the pack here. Trying to move him on by, give himself some runs and a go here at it. Moving the chains on in. Everyone's still in a hot pursuit here. Everyone doing their best to try to hold their line, try to stabilize it in. As the field works on down the outside line, Cindy, the closer, has problems there on the outside line. She's gone way up into that trouble zone. Stays out of the way as they have to initiate a 3-wide salute there. And right in the middle of the sandwich, Brandlinger is going right into the middle. He's in trouble territory there in the 3-wide salute. You do not want to go up there too far, especially with these custom setups there, bud. Chantel, the Throttle Apollo, just made a huge jump up from position, though, moving up 7 spots, looking for the lead. Warren Young there has got a bit of a fan base growing for himself here and definitely has a pretty good starting point right now. He's got a good idea to get up to Oaksey here. Custom setups on these machines here now, and this will be the kind of the common tool you will hear all throughout these seasons and out this racing, is how much their difference makes between running the fixed versus their own setups. A lot of work is put into these things just to even get them up to tip-top shape, and a lot of work is even put in just to even think about getting into the number 1 spot. And Talladega is no different. Those custom setups really make a difference. Move them on by, down around out of turn 1, down turn 2 yet again. Here comes the Rattlesnake. Robert Kahn, the Home Depot number 21 machine, starting to move some chains on by, starting to move the field in a little bit, starting to gain some ground. Looking to take over some positions and get some runs on his race here. Trying desperately to hang in there, trying to stay in that zone. There's the 54 there, of course, of Jason Ripe as well. Kind of eyeing some spots in the back. Hasn't given up too much yet on that position zone. Go on board here with Jason. You can just see how much breathing room they have, but how little time they have to make mistakes on. You would think that with as much breathing room as they got that they'd be able to make more positions and moves here. But the biggest problem here with this track and the way it's set up is that if you do anything too crazy, you might lose your ground at times later on, and that's going to really set you back quite a ways. The Rattlesnake Robert Kahn goes the outside line now, trying to get a bit of a run there with Keith Checkmate's Taylor in the 8 machine, although you can't tell it's the 8, but right now there is a choo-choo Talladega train joined on in. You got one on the high side, you got one on the bottom side. Either way, double file, here we come, down out of turn 3, down turn 4. I can tell you from practice, these guys were a little bit struggling with these trucks. I mean, they were not really a matter of they were struggling to kind of figure him out. It was a matter they were struggling to not want to get a little aggressive on those starts and on those zones. But now with them running the way they are right now, they have known they have to stay away from that. And they got to just run their own race and let things kind of situate themselves in. And that's exactly what they're doing right now, staying in a pretty good condition, staying in that positive zone. No mistakes yet. But again, it's Talladega. Anything can happen. And they've only allowed 3 instant repairs here. So they have to be careful on how much they use it. You can see Brian Healy, though, in that 8-3. He's getting a little bit squabbly, a little squirrely there on those corners. Might have some problems with the truck. Might be a little loose there in the field, and the truck might not be handling the way he wants it to. We'll see if that comes back later to Honda. Right now, it's a little bit of a problem there for Cody Fogg and the Budweiser 59 machine, as we now have to initiate a 3-wide salute there down in a turn 3, down in turn 4. Fogg stays on the outside line, trying to stay there away from Dixon Wright from the 54 machine. They hold line, stay steady, yet he makes good driving on their end. Harry Johnson now joins us in, rooting on for the 54 machine. Great to have you on board tonight, sir. As Enfield works them on by down on the front straightaway here. Everyone's still in a hot pursuit here, in a hot battle here. Of course, still good runs on our end. I do know the frame rate might be a little slower than usual, guys. I do apologize for that. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I set the 30 frame rate caps, and apparently something's gone wrong with it tonight. But nevertheless, here still working them on by in a hot pursuit here in a straight battle here. Lace them on in pretty solidly as can be. No room for mistakes, no room for mess ups here, of course. Chantel Throttle Bottle has just had a bad break when it comes to any series, but she said coming into tonight, she was looking to try to change that and finally get something figured out her way. Her new custom design truck here, she's definitely looking pretty strong here. Custom steps are definitely helping out a lot of these guys right now, I can say, because usually right about now they'd be kind of struggling to kind of make some moves and make some runs. Not to this case. They're all figuring out their own lines, their own play. As a 3-wide salute initiates there on that front straightaway there. You can see Lance Bramlinger swinging it way up high for the fences. Somehow gets that thing to stick and stays into position here and runs them on by here, staying on to the position. Hard run there from Lance Brandlinger, but you got to wonder, was that a big mistake to do that so early? In his mind, maybe not, but he's 1/6 away there. That still doesn't mean nothing when it comes to the run here. Got to be careful about that. Got to be careful when stuff like that happens, especially out of turn 34. The 27 of James Manderwood goes for a spin and a tumble and spins it on by. He has come to a stop. No caution called yet. Oh, he went right into the front there of Ian Yeager and Todd Hirsch. Excuse me, Alonzo King Jr. and Ian Yeager. Caution now comes out. Well, I'm not sure what happened there exactly, but we're going to the PTM Replay to study that one a little bit. Oh my, that was definitely not what we were expecting out of that at all. That was a bit of a rough and a run there. Let's see what happened here to James, see what exactly caused the caution to come out here on his end here. Of course, we saw what brought it out, but where did everything go wrong exactly? That's what we're going to find out here with the PTM Instant Replay. Here it is in all of its glory now. Coming around down around out of turn 3, and Cindy the Closer Taylor, unfortunately, he just kind of drove it a little too deep, and James goes for a ride here. I had nowhere to go, and try to get the momentum back in. See if maybe looks like he was trying to get the power back under, and he ended up just overdriving it in a wrong gear. And what you want to do here on the start on your debut, but unfortunately, James Manderwood will have to settle for that right now, as currently caution had to come out here to get things fixed on in yet again. Sorry for the sudden change in the instant replay. I think we figured out our little problem there, why it wasn't going full 30 frames. Sometimes every now and then even our streaming stuff has to kind of cut back a second or two, so we do apologize for that. But nevertheless here, guys, so far off the start, Warren Young, for the first time in his career, has got the race lead and is doing pretty strong out there. Will he be able to hold it? We'll find out when we return for more Pedal to the Metal Racing League here on PTM Racing TV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race at Talladega here for our season opener is brought to you in part by Maconi Setup Shop. Only the best and the fastest setups come from Maconi Setup Shop. Visit their website up today at MaconiSetupShop.com to find the right setup for your next race. By Matt Mills Racing Team. Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity team out there, is sponsoring and supporting up Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing Team, visit them up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out their merchandise store and shirts here on Facebook. They've got some good stuff there you definitely want to check out. By Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts is supplying up the trophies once again for the season champs this season. If you're looking to get the best hardware or gift for your friend, family, special loved one, or the special event coming up this season, there's no better way to do it than to visit up bobscustomtrophies.com today. By simracingmerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder. Grid Finder is the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster or live redesign? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By ButtKicker. Best in performance for feeling on real tracks and virtual world, the ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net. Matching your wants with your wallet, FEGPC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By Brandon Minnick Sim Racing. Be sure to go on over to his page and support his merchandise and racing journey. Link down in the description to check out his page. By Pottlez Wrapz. If you want your vehicle to match your style on the track, visit Pottlez Wrapz for just that. The most affordable designer and designs made at your leisure. And by Green Tech Energy. It's time for the solar company to go ahead and get things carried on in. Green Tech Energy is paving the way. Be sure to visit them up on their social media platforms to learn more about their story and how they're doing. And right now, drivers, as they currently get things situated on by right now, starting to double file back up into their restart zone here. Still got a lot of laps to go, and yes, that is a lot of sponsors we got to talk about, folks. Trust me when I say it. Harry Johnson rooting on for the number 54. Then Kenny Crawford. Here's to another good season, Crusader. Keep up the good work there in the booth. Appreciate the support, sir. Joey Taylor pulling for Chan Bottle tonight. And Joe Mormon. Power my, you know what? He just did a Bristol right turn. Well, to be honest with you, Joe, well, that's something that the drivers are going to have to go ahead and take a look at later on here. Or, excuse me, not the drivers, the admins are going to take a look at later on there. But I will say, there's a lot of drivers out here that are still figuring things out and still getting used to the setups and getting used to things. So there are times they will make mistakes or something will happen, but there will definitely be times where reviews are coming in. So now field works them on by. Field coming back on in. Again, thank you to everybody that tunes on in tonight. Thank you for your support here as the drivers are now double filing back up to their restart zone. So that means it's time to get back to racing here. 18 drivers are locked in with us here tonight in the Truck Series for the very first showcase of their season. Warren Young leads them on in. And will that be the case all night long? Currently, Warren yet to have visited victory lane here in iRacing, yet to have finally sold himself a victory. And you can guarantee yourself that he has just been eyeing that spot all season long. He's got a bit of a fan base growing here in the comments section, so he's going to give it all he's got here, man. It's going to be something for him. Field works him on by here. Ian Yeager trying to get his lap back after, unfortunately, that little incident he had there. So same with James Mandaret. We'll move them on, move the chains by here, and get everyone getting ready to go back at it here. Brent Young yet again rooting on for the number 1 here. Drivers getting situated through. I don't know if they'll have time to catch back up to them on this restart zone. We will find out in just a minute. And you want to take a look at the top 5 right now. How about this here, folks? Currently, the way our top 5 is, Warren Young, Matthew Hoffert, Jeffrey Oakes, Lance Brandlinger, and Cindy the Closer Taylor, all drivers that at one point, or have yet at one point, only have 1 or no wins to their name. And they're trying to finally get that one in here. Will it come tonight? Well, we'll find out here as we are leading them down. Looks like the pace car is going to stay out, which means we're not quite yet ready to go green. That is not what we want to see. But unfortunately, we do need to let the drivers get things fixed on in, get things taken care of. So there's Ian Yeager there coming down out of turn 3 here. Trying desperately to try to get something going here for himself and get back up into that position zone. Ryan Kling now finally joining as well after some internet troubles and some problems there. He'll be ready to get back out of here and ready to get things settled on in for himself. Field will work him on by. Mandarin's still a lap down, so he'll have to go one more time around to try to get that time back. And I believe this next time around we will be going green flag racing. So we will see these drivers in their entirety all laying down the lumber, all laid down the power here to try to get something going for themselves here. As long as our Glitchcrafted Gremlins stay the heck away from us here tonight, and hopefully as well our old nemesis, the producers, stay off my hair, I think we might have ourselves a good show here tonight. But right now, currently, the driver's just trying to itch away and get things fixed on in. That's one thing you got to really notify about these folks, is that you got to be careful about how long you stay out on the track and how long you burn time of. It's one thing to get set up and ready to go right out of the gate, but it's another thing to make sure that you get your laps back and get your timing back. Making a small mistake will cost you dearly, and it can cost you in the end. So really, it's all about just pacing yourself and timing away. And we will see that all throughout this night here as the drivers lead way back in down around turn 3. We'll come on down out of turn 4 here as they look to try to claim the first race of the season here at Talladega. Of course, live here at Talladega Super Speedway. This track, well regarded for a lot of things, and the big one is definitely one of them. But so far, haven't seen that yet, and I don't think we want to at this point. We want to make sure these guys get a good run and good trial in for you guys. They've come from all lakes of the country, all different platforms, all different worlds. Looks like Robert Kahn decides he's going to itch back in the pack here and stay away. I don't know if that's a mind game or not. What's the strategy there? But we'll see here. Alright, they work them on by down around out of turn 4 here. The front straightaway, they've got to pile back up and get things situated in real quick here as they look for the green flag to fly. Looking for the lights as they come down to the restart strip. Moving the chains on by down the front straightaway as the green flag flies. That means we're back underway. Off the start, on the gauge, on the zone. Here we come down around out of turn 1, back down in him. Warren Young already has a pretty sizable battle here with Matthew Hofford. Running them back on in, starting some big runs here. You see a lot of guys and gals get a little bit whirly and squirrely there. Todd Horse backs off, gets into the infield zone there. Looks like he had to back off there from the trouble there. I'm not sure if he was just trying to let them run or maybe he was just trying to get out of the way or something. Not sure what it was, but so far it seems to be okay. And truck seems to be running just fine. Lance Brandlinger in that number 3 Goodwin Service Plus machine made some big moves earlier. We'll see if he's going to continue on with that. But right now, currently, he's staying right behind Hofford. I think he's just waiting to build up a little bit of a draft here, try to get Hofford up to the front, try to challenge him on in. These guys and gals are going to have a full-length season ahead of them here in this series and this time, and they're going to have a lot of battles at hand. Some tracks that they've never been to before, and some that they have to figure those custom setups out. I would say ASAP if they want to have some good runs there. As they field them on down around out of turn 3, down at turn 2, excuse me, down to the back straightaway they go. They'll hit them up down to turn 3 and to 4. Coming straight down the hauler, down into turn. Here they go. Brown back yet again. Some solid momentum there from him. And Hofford starting to get a little bit of a push here. Starting to get a little bit of help. But Jeffrey Oaks there really weighing into it there on that 20 machine. Starting to get something going for you. How about that? Look at that view. That Green Energy Tech number 20 Chevrolet right now looking pretty solid as can be. Sweet looking design and battle on that one, man. That's going to be some there for you. But right now, down on the outside line, though, you got that number 1 there in trouble of being passed on by the 84 of Mountain Dews of Matthew Hoffert. Hoffert takes the race lead away. He wants the very first win of the season. And the only way to do that is to make big moves like that there. You saw that charge. He got it going good there. Warren Young, though, has to get in the infield there. We got even bigger problems there. Oaksey gets sent into the yellow. Can he get it back down? Well, I'm not sure what happened there to Jeffrey Oaks, but he got a little bit of a kick there. I'm not talking about a good butt kicker machine, although trust me, folks, you should go and get one of those. Those things are awesome. But nevertheless, here, man, right now, he got a good one in the back inside, and that pushed him way back into the field there. Lost all his ground and momentum as Cindy, the closer, Taylor, and Keith Checkmate Taylor now working to get Lance Breitlinger and themselves into position to jockey for the fight. Leading him on in, down, around, out of turn 2. Here they go. Looks like a new driver's coming into the house. It's the 87 of Kevin Baker making his debut on the PTM Racing TV circuit. The Budweiser 87 machine, Toyota Tundra, really working him on in, giving him some runs there. Cody Fogg there, and the other Budweiser 59, kind of in the same suit and in the same boat. The Talladega train is going on two different ends of the spectrum, and the bottom line seems to have a little bit more grip and a little bit more steady Eddie pace. Brian Healy there in that E3, though, you can see him just getting right onto that yellow curve there, the swerve. And it's just getting him really loose on that end. He's got to be careful about that all the way through this race. He knows he can't overdo it and overshoot it. And that's exactly what he was kind of doing just a minute ago, but he seems to got it stabilized now. Field works him on around, down, around, out of turn 1, down in turn 2. Here, everybody in a hot pursuit for this one. Nobody giving an inch. No one giving any chances up to this. Hard run, hard assault coming down out of the back straightaway here. A lot of big moments here, a lot of B-kick race, big key factors that come into this stuff. You've got to stay on that zone and really hit them up by. Back them on around out of turn 3, down to turn 4 here. As that number 1 sponsored machine there of Warren Young trying to give a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a battle there to Matthew Hoffer and the Mountain Dew 84 machine. I'll be seeing both of those guys tomorrow night in our debut for the Season 3 Dirt Stock Series. And don't worry, folks, that will be broadcasted live here on the show come Tuesday night, so be sure to catch that when you see it. But nevertheless, right now, currently, as the field works it by, working them on in, everyone is still in a hot pursuit for this one. Nobody giving an inch and no one giving any chances up to them at all. Solid runs and a half here from the drivers and solid battles all the way through. You're on board here with Jeffrey Oaks, and this is what it's like being in that Talladega train. It's really just a matter of staying focused on where your line's at and trying to make sure you don't smack somebody in the rear end and get yourself in bigger trouble. And you can see Oaksy right now doing a solid job holding onto that truck and holding it in the position zone. There's a little bit of a bobble there for Kevin Baker, sends him back a little bit. Chantel, the throttle pile, saw an opening but decided not to take it. Maybe trying to lay off the throttle here a little bit, maybe stick to her nickname and just kind of stay in that clear colored zone. But right now, down out of turn, on the front straightaway to turn 1 and 2, you saw almost a 3-wide slit, was possibly to be engaged there. It was not to be. They decided to opt out of it, not go for it. Cindy the Colder Taylor there on the outside, Brother Keith behind. Both drivers still trying desperately to get Brantlinger just ahead enough so they can start making some moves. But Brantlinger has been challenged up and pursued in the position here. Neither driver giving an inch here, and neither one giving any chances up to this one, to say the least, as they continue it in, running them back on by here yet again here. Got the onboard camera here of Cindy the Colder Taylor. This is what it looks like there in their view and what they're dealing with right now. And then you got Lance Brantlinger. That's got his view right now as well. A little bit of a new view we're trying out this season. You can see that chasing that way that camera angle is set, that they are having to hold on to that line to the best of their abilities. And it's really been rocking and rolling here for them so far. But there's the time starting to click away and time starting to go away from these drivers. They're on a 2-hour time limit. They're not halfway done just yet with this one. And there's still a lot of room left to be making mistakes. There's a lot of battles all the way then. Brian W. Williams now joins us in here. It's good to have you on board here, sir. Moving the chains on down around here. Back them on by down the outside out of turn 4 here. Now Cindy trying to desperately get back into it. Her brother Keith decided to ditch them for the run. The 8 of Keith Checkmate Taylor has got the opening he's been looking for all day long, and he's trying to finally visit up victory lane after almost 2 full seasons of being out of that picture. The last time Keith Checkmate Taylor was in victory lane, folks, it was back in it was in week 8, I believe, in the Legends Series, and that was season 1 days. Keith had to end up finally taking down the unbeatable Lucas Gortman there, as well as some other drivers there that have really come into themselves, really started to make a name for themselves as of late on the show and on the track. They've been running hard all day long and really fighting them on in. So far, everyone just kind of waiting for those last-minute runs, those last-minute pushes. No one's trying to make the big move yet. I can see it in their hearts and see it in their minds. I think they're worried about that incident, their incident area. I think they're worried about the repairs that they have to do if something happens. They want to wait till it needs to come out. Christopher, no shift, don't call him Pip. Endel has joined us in now down in the chat here. Moving the chains on by down on the front straightaway here. Everybody in a hot pursuit here, still leading the folks on in, doing what they can to try to stay in the gun, into the zone. There's a little bit of a problem down there. Just trouble there. Turn 1 and 2. We got big problems there. 2, 3 cars. That truck, excuse me, involved in this one. Cody Fox stuck up on the wall banks there, and I'm not sure if he can get out of there. He is stuck inside there. Oh my, he can't get out of that truck, and the truck is stuck inside the paved wall there. You can see the tires spinning, but there's no way to get out for Mr. Cody. Oh, man. Folks, we're going to the PTM Instant Replay to catch all that here once again. Let's find out what happened here. The PTM Instant Replay in all of its glory. Let's find out what happened. Hoffer gets a little tight, gets into the 59, and then all of a sudden everything else goes haywire for him. And then all of a sudden, well, doing. Must I say more? A tough break there for Cody Fogg. He has gone down into pit road there, try to get himself situated through here. And drivers right now desperately trying to get themselves situated through, get things taken care of here once again. Chantel Throttle Pottle was involved in that one. Robert the Rattlesnake on, serious damage up on that machine as well. Cody Fogg also claimed in it. And Matthew Hoffert kind of starting in it, kind of getting a little bit tipsy-whipsy, if you will. Ends up having to deal with the troubles there, unfortunately for him. So that will be a tough break there for these guys on the start here. We'll see how long that all plays out for him here as the field will now work them by here once again. A lot of racing to be had, a lot of racing to go here, folks. And there's definitely still plenty of time at their disposal to do it. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, we will see more of the action here from Talladega Superspeedway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these quick commercial messages.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.MaconiSetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey, so I started trying low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
And welcome back, folks, as we get things situated on in. Driver's still currently dealing with the after effects of that wreck there we had there on our caution zone. A lot of drivers currently just kind of getting things figured on in to try to complete this one out here as they look to try to still challenge up and try to claim the first race here of the season, Season 3 at Talladega. A lot of battles to be had here, a lot of stuff going down here. And a lot of changes we've had to make over here on the course, the period here in the zone. Right now, down out of turn 1, we'll get things double filed back up, I believe, for the next restart zone. Just about halfway through this one right now. Currently, the driver is still in a hot pursuit here for this one, trying to claim themselves the first win of the season. For this one, this would mean a lot to them. For others, it would just mean everything they've been working for and fighting for all season long. Last season into this season, just trying to claim something that they felt was theirs. Although it was not to be because of Robert Kahn dominating the entire series. He just absolutely laid waste to nobody and never gave a chance up to anyone. He just seemed like he always had that determination and drive, but this season could be a little different. Kahn has had some troubles as of late, and right now he's currently in the back. He's in 14th right now. So if he wants to try to get himself fixed on in for some bigger positions here and runs, he's going to have some work to do here. Todd Horsch back behind him there in that number 9 machine, making his PTM Racing TV debut, of course, and also his Pedal to the Metal Racing League debut. Great to have him on the show here, and great to have him on by. Give a good showcase to this cat right here. Seems like a good guy. Seems like a nice fellow. Great to have him on board here tonight. Hope he can do well here. Cody Fogg there in the 59 after that little trouble he had earlier. Finally good to see him get back out there and try to get things fixed on in. Ryan Kling there in the 15 Hooters machine as well, making his television debut back here on the show for Season 3. As the drivers will load them on in by down around out of turn 4 here. I believe we're going green flag racing this time by here. Talladega Truck Series has got some work to do, and we're still not quite finished with this one just yet. We'll see how things play out right now. The field works them on by, and yes, don't worry, I know, folks, you couldn't hear anything in the volume for the moment. That's the producers for you. I told them we were going to start a new season, new leaf. What did they do? They messed up. How did they mess up? They turned the volume off again after we just got done with commercials. How many times do I have to keep telling these guys to stop messing with my tools and my toys when I play with these things? Ugh. All right, well, enough of my rant. Let's get back to racing. Here we go down the front straightaway. Drivers lead them on in. We're back underway, folks. Field works them on by, down out of turn 1, down turn 2. Here's Cindy, the closer. Taylor there in the inside zone, trying to make a big jump and a run here, trying to make some positions on by. Lee waiting their way into the zones, into the position. Everyone in a hot pursuit for this one. All drivers trying to hang them by, trying to hang them in, trying to get themselves a little bit of a run, trying to get themselves going here. To say the least here, everyone just kind of laying into that throttle zone, just kind of staying out of trouble. But Cindy, the closer, Taylor, and Brandling are almost getting themselves into trouble. Open the door up there, possibly for the 84 of Matthew Hoffert to go to the outside and try to take a 3-wide salute into play. I think he's going to have to anyway. I think that's what he's lining up for. No, he heard me. He's like, hey, wait a minute, Crusader, I heard you. I'm not playing that game. To that I say, well, you should tell that to Robert the Rattlesnake. Kahn takes a huge jump up in the position there on the outside. And yellow flag comes out. We've got problems. We've got problems. Chantel, throttle Pottle. slowed up majorly there. Something gone wrong for her there. Damage on the rear end of that spoiler. Not sure what went wrong or what went down there. We're going to the PTM Instant Replay to find out. Here we go, folks. Let's take it to the replay and find out what happened exactly there to Chantel. See what happened down there for the old throttle. It might have gone something wrong in the turn there, looks like maybe. Coming to those corner zones, looks like, yep, it was in the back of the pack here, so it's way back in the field here. Alright, folks, here it is, the PTM Instant Replay in all of its glory here. Gone jumping around on that spot, getting something going here. Something gone majorly wrong of Chantel. Something not going right. She was not able to get the throttle back in. Not sure what happened there. Maybe something just went in the gear or what happened exactly, but was not able to get the truck fired up and ends up costing her some time there. So looks like the flagman has called for a restart here. We'll get things fixed on by yet again and get things taken care of. Still not really sure how exactly or what went wrong. I think maybe the lap counters were going wrong there and they were trying to get things fixed on in, and some folks needed to get taken care of there. So hard to really say, but we have indeed reached the halfway point now, folks. So halfway through this one, still got a halfway zone to go here. A lot of racing to be had out here. Dustin Rouse joins in, so is Jonathan Atkins. Old Big Smoke joins us in. Great to have you all on board here tonight. Great to have everybody on board here as we get things fixed on in, and hopefully we'll see things get a little bit more up and dancing and get really run them hard around here. So looks like two guys are going to stay out here. It's going to be James Mandarin in the 27 Mountain Dew throwback scheme, and that 72 Jeffrey Todd Tufts, or just call him Todd Tufts. And the 72, both drivers are making their television debut here on PTM Racing TV. And of course, Mandarin is also a part of the Dirt Series that you will see come tomorrow night when we get everything taken care of there, and we'll see how everything goes down there. Should be some good stuff here. Should be some good racing this season. Of course, this is only just the first stop on the list for the drivers. The first stop out here for everyone around to come out and have some fun here and get things fixed on in. And it will definitely be a showcase of just that as time progresses and time goes on here. But nevertheless here, as we roll them on in and roll things on by here, field will work them back around, field back on by here and get things taken care of. Still a lot of racing to go here. It's still a lot of time not to be wasted, but as I mentioned before, this has been kind of a new series, a new season, so where do we go from here? Well, come next week, we will be over in Chicagoland, 80 laps there, the February 7th. We're going to take Valentine's Day off and relax there for the week, and then come back for Bristol at 130 laps. And that will then come into February 28th, where Michigan will be another 80-lap ordeal, very similar to Chicagoland. And then Kentucky on March 7th, and then we're going to take my day off. We're going to take my birthday off on March 14th. How about that, folks? They were nice enough to let me have my own birthday off. How nice. Someone's going to probably find a way to make me broadcast anyway. I just know it. The Crusader does not sleep, folks. He really doesn't. Just ask anybody in the family. They'll tell you. But, of course, this isn't the only series we're running around here. Come Thursday night, you will see the debut of the Super Late Model Division that will start at Daytona International Speedway. Why that track? Well, first off, it's open setup, so that's going to be fun to figure out. Second, come on, it's Daytona. Why would you not want to run it? But after that, though, then we take a little bit of a shortcut to a much shorter track. Rockingham will be the next track on the list there. And then we'll head them up down for a fixed setup race on Nashville, which then goes to Iowa for March 4th. Then they take March 11th off. And then from there, it's pretty much just get and go from there. 5 Flags, Oxford, off week, and then more racing to come. There is a stacked lineup and a stacked field there of drivers all looking to get themselves into the zone, into that position. They're all looking for the same thing here, and that's to really hit them up by and give themselves something good here. Finn Robinson, my birthday is March 13th. Hey, man. Awesome. Well, let's wish you a happy birthday when that time comes, bud. I think you guys got a race on the 12th, I think, for Backfire Sim Racing, I believe. So I know you're hanging around there, so I'll have to give you a little birthday shout out when we get to that, bud. Sam Tobolino, set it up 54. Well, right now, currently the 54, if you want to know where he's at, he's currently in the bit of the back of the pack right now. He's kind of in the outhouse. He's going to need to find a way to get to the White House right about now because he's way back there. Well, that 54 machine has still got some heavy duty to its name. It's got some hard strokes to go. The old Chevrolet Silverado's got one heck of a beast in that machine. We'll see if he's able to get things going by here for him. Not a lot of Toyotas out there, or Fords actually. I've only seen Chevrolets, and that's really been about it. There has been a Toyota or two, so we do know they're there. But it seems like everybody likes to run the Chevrolets, apparently. No love for the Fords, I guess. We got 2 Toyotas out there. Kevin Baker in one, so is Brian Healy in the other. As they will come off the restart zone here. James Mandarin will have the start. They will have to wait till they get to the green flag to pop out. And right now, currently, Robert the Rattlesnake Khan, I wouldn't want to be anybody right now if he's anywhere near me. I definitely know how he can be on the track. He's going to be tough to beat on this one. Going on by down around out of turn 3 and 4. Or excuse me, the front straightaway. Green flag flies. We're back underway. Off that restart zone. Oh no, whoa, out of turn 1, we got trouble, we've got problems. You saw the start right there. Someone did not go off the line, ends up getting a rear full there, and Todd Hirsch, well, he gets the bad treatment of getting a little bit wrecked up and a little smashed up into pieces there. Well, unfortunately, right now, the producers are going to have their way with him right now. Unfortunately, he is definitely smashed up indeed. Producers, I thought I told you, new season, leave these cats alone. Chantel's truck, well, whatever was left of that beautiful piece of artwork, unfortunately, just kind of turned into a bit of a damaging halt. Well, we got to go to the PTM Instant Replay and find out what happened here exactly, because you know we don't just do these things like that. We got to make sure we know what happened exactly here, and this is going to definitely showcase what went wrong here on the start. See right here, looks like the 80 there got a little bit aggressive on the start. It looks like Hofford didn't even get going there, ends up getting tagged on back by, and then you see the camera starting to change in. And unfortunately, the rest of the field just kind of faltering back. So it looks like maybe Hofford might not have got off the start there. It's hard to tell. Let's go ahead and take another look at it from another angle and see if we can see the full replay in that zone there and see what happened exactly to cause that. So keep checkmate Taylor. Oh, there's our coincidence. 72. Off the line there, had nothing in it, and Todd Tufts, unfortunately, starts the chain reaction and sets these drivers back on by there. So that will get the drivers re-racked, restacked, and all that again. And James Mandarin will still have the race lead with only 26 laps to go. Time starting to fall more in his hands and in his game plan. Well, the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn not out of this one just yet. He's still got a lot of stuff going his way here, so he just needs to stay focused and run his line. Todd Tufts, though, I can tell you one thing. He's got to get that truck squared in a little bit more. That was not the start he wanted there at all. Finn Robinson, we sure do. It starts at 2 a.m. on March 13th UK time, so technically that will be my birthday when I'm racing. So that means I can say happy birthday from across the pond. How about that? All right. I like the sound of that, man. Finn, I hope you don't mind. I know it's kind of in the iRacing thing, but I'll let fans know. If you're wondering at home, folks, Finn, of course, is from across the pond in the well, actually he's in the UK, so he just kind of said it out loud. But yeah, one of our UK drivers out there, one of us giving us some international flavor out there. So Finn, great racing again, Backfire, and we'll see you next time out there, bud. But if you guys want to talk about some international flavor, how about this? I'm going to show you guys some drivers from the Rock here. Being in Newfoundland, Canada, you got Brian Healy as one of them. Brian Healy there comes all the way from Newfoundland. I believe he lives down farther near the Nova Scotia area. Then of course you got Chantel the Throttle Pottle, also a fellow Newfoundlander, the Newfies if you will, kind of hanging in there. Ian Yeager, another Canadian out here, kind of running his own style, his own way, in his own area. I don't believe he is anywhere near the Rock Zone, but he is another fellow Canadian driver. And then Jeffrey Tufts, the other Canadian. So you got 4 drivers, 2 from the Rock, and then 2 from the mainland Canada area. And then of course you got America all the way across the states. All jokes aside. Lee Brand, I'd like to join this league. Lee, message up Pedal to the Metal Racing League here. They will be able to help you out. The Super Late Model Division is looking for drivers though, if you want to join that on Thursday nights. Sunday nights if you want. You may be able to get in, but I couldn't tell you for sure. You'll have to talk with the folks there. And Finn Robinson saying, I appreciate the mention. There's plenty more flavor to come yet. Awesome to say, man. And apparently Lee Brand is a traitor. As the once great man in the Star Wars saga just said, you rebel scum. I hope Matt Mills was watching that one because I know he loves the Phantom Menace. So Matt, hope you're watching, man. Do appreciate you tuning on in, and thanks for supporting up the shows as well, man. Alright folks, looks like we're getting ready to get things fixed on in to get back underway. Robert, the Rattlesnake Khan in the 21 Home Depot machine, will have his eye on this one. Will he have the power and the momentum to get the runs and get the position off he wants here? We'll find out here. There's a lot of battles to go around here and a lot of racing to go at here. Vince saying Lee is his teammate from Backfire. Oh, alright. So I guess I'll have to watch out for that international flavor when it comes around here. Running them through down on the back straightaway here, folks. We're finally getting ready to get back underway here. Get the green flag back out. The Rattlesnake knows what it's like to be in victory lane. He's been there multiple times. He's the defending season champion in the series that he ran in last season, which of course was the ARCA and the late model division. But now it's a whole new ground, custom setups, custom designed to their liking, to their area. So in all honesty, they have nothing they could say that they didn't get anything fixed in for those things. There ain't no fixed setups around here, boys and girls. It's you run what you got, and you better know how to drive it. And that is what it's all about. With this 18 driver field, that is definitely showing something here. Todd Horse, unfortunately, looks like something has gone wrong in his truck there. He's trying to get it back out there, but he's definitely running out of time here at the moment. Finally getting it back out. We'll see if he's able to make it by here for the restart. I don't think he's going to have time, though. Pace car, the Ford Mustang gets off the track, set into position, which means the lights come down. As we get ready to get back underway here for the race here, the trucks at Talladega here, the season opener, has still yet to come to a finish and come to a close here. As you see some drivers going in the back early. Todd Tufts decides he's not going to try to do that restart again here. He wants to let the drivers have their way as they field them on by around here, down out of the front straightaway here, looking for the green flag to fly. As it does, lights come on. We are ready to go. Here we go. Green flag flies. 23 laps remaining in this one here. Time starting to elapse, starting to give it away here as the Rattlesnake off the zone, off the spot. You know, he said to me a minute ago here, I felt I was a little slow there. Well, if that's the case there, Robert, then why are you racing? Why do you got the race lead here now? Look at the full throttle assault there from the drivers. The Talladega train put to good use. The 27, though, of James Mandarin just slowed it up completely here. No power under the hood. Trying to get a little bit of help there from the draft. He seems to have finally found it here. Getting a little bit of a push there from the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks in the green. Running them by down around here, moving his chains on in quick as he can here, starting to field them on by, of course. Working him through to the end of his zone there, that Green Tech Energy 20 machine. I don't know how it's so hard to get that figured out, but apparently I'm having troubles talking about it. Brand new sponsor of the series, and right now kicking into trouble there. Looks like Ryan Healy loosey-goosey out of turn 2. That truck was looking like a cannon out there, having some trouble staying in that zone, staying stabilized. That's one thing you got to be careful with. Is with moves like that, especially with a little bit of a bump there from Ian Yeager getting set back, and we got a pile up on the backstretch. The big one has come. Oh my, let's see, Warren Young involved in that one too. Motor seems to have gone. Chantel's motor gone as well. Big collision, of course, at Talladega. Oh no. Jason Rife involved in that one. Cody Fogg as well. Oh man. You know, for drivers that were just trying to get things fixed on in and get things figured on by, I don't know if they'll have enough power and the momentum to get through. Jason Rice's motor seems to have completely just dissipated on him. 59 there of Cody Fox seems like he's okay. He'll be able to get it going. Ryan Kling managing to get out of that clean there. Warren Young, well, not so much. Same for Matthew Hoffert there. Looks like Kevin Baker got involved in that one too. Alonzo King Jr. unfortunately is in there as well, and looks like that is everybody here. Well, we got to figure out what happened here. We got to go to the PTM Instant Replay to figure that out. So let's go ahead and take it on down there, folks, to see what went wrong exactly there. So it looks like a little bit of a bump there from Healy to Yeager possibly, which sends Offert going straight into the wall. You can see the carnage right behind him and right in front of him. Happen in all sorts of directions, every which way to Sunday. We're going to take another look at it from another angle and see if we can see exactly where that went down at. See if Healy gets into the bumper there. Hard to tell. Looks like maybe it could have gone either way there, but unfortunately the big one did come, and that's a pretty gnarly little look there you see there. A tough break to say the least there, and a tough battle there for these guys and gals. That'll set them back a little bit here. And now line it back up in a position now to get them fixed on in. Only 20 laps remain in this one. Will be about 18 to 17 laps to go when we get things fixed on in again. Dwayne Hamlin saying, let's go, Warren. This is cool. Richard, just heads up, man. Remember, a lot of these guys are new. They're still figuring things out, so they're just kind of getting things taken care of and then fixed on in, man. That just takes time to figure stuff out. All right, folks, before we get to the end of this race, though, let's go ahead and quickly cut it back to a quick commercial message. When we return, we're going to finish this one out to the end. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're not done with this race just yet. Be sure to catch all the action here in just a minute. We'll be right back here in one moment. Well, tonight's race for the Talladega season opener here for the Truck Series of Season 3 has been brought to you in part by Maconi Setup Shop. Only the best and the fastest setups come from Maconi Setup Shop. Visit their website at MaconiSetupShop.com to find the right setup for your next race. By Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity team out there, sponsoring and supporting Pedal Mill Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing Team, visit them up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out their merchandise shirts line here on Facebook. By Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts displaying up the trophies for the season champs this season. If you're looking to get the best hardware gift for your next event, visit up www.bobscustomtrophies.com today. by simracingmerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder. Grid Finder is the best way to find new leagues. You filter your search, race day by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster or livery designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By ButtKicker. Best performance for feeling on real tracks of virtual world, the ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By Minnick Sim Racing. Be sure to go on over to his page, support his merchandise and iRacing journey. Great guy. Definitely worth checking out his merchandise as well. Check him out at Brandon Minnick Sim Racing. By Pottlez Wrapz. If you want your vehicle to match your style on the track, visit Pottlez Wrapz for just that. The most affordable designs made at your leisure. And of course, by Green Tech Energy, leading the solar company industry to its promised land. Green Tech Energy is the way to go. As right now the field works them on by here, getting things fixed on in for our next restart here. This will be definitely the big culmination point here for these drivers, give them some big battles here. Richard Mott, I've run these, it's fun. Yes, they are, sir, very much so. All right, folks, 18 laps left, and well, let's just say there are a lot of drivers who are still eyeing positions and eyeing a run here. Time is starting to run away from them and starting to go away, and I think Chantel will not be able to make it back out on the track. So yet again, more troubles and more issues to the start of her season. The last time she had a good start to a season was literally season 1, where I was actually racing there. And that was back in the Street Stock Series at Charlotte Motor Speedway. She was the #1 qualifier there, managing to hold off and take the win there. Actually held off me and Atkins there for quite a while there. That was just a good battle in there. Good racing on her end all the way through. But I'll definitely tell you, that could have gone either way that night. But ever since then, I just swear she's got the broadcaster curse, or she's got some kind of bad juju or voodoo doll hanging around somewhere. It just keeps seeming to get her wherever she's on the track. Field works them on by. Field working them down on in the zone here, doing what they can here to stay in there, run into their target area. We are needing to finish this one out. We need to finish the race out for sure. The only way to do that is to come to a full-on standstill here down on the front straightaway as the lights flicker on, which means it's time to go back to the run. Here we go off the start. Brian Healy didn't even go off the start there. He just completely sat back in the tone, lost all his momentum there. These guys absolutely tearing him up on the start. Right back on in now. Robert Kahn has to deal with the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks. Old Oaks, he wants to finally take it to victory lane in a way he feels he deserved. The last time he truly felt like he won a race was back in the Street Stock Season Championship race, where he managed to outlast and outpace everyone, but Brantlinger was going to be the season champion that night. Running them through down on turn 3, down into turn 4 here, moving the chains on by. Each driver holding the old position. Field starting to lose all their ground and momentum though off that start. Wasn't quite the way they wanted it to go. And it's definitely showing here. Right back on by though, the #1 of Warren Young starting to full throttle assault his way back into position. Challenging them on in, down on the front straightaway here, moving them on back yet again, getting a strong run on this one. Looks like we finally got those old bugs figured out and got these trucks figured on in for a solid run and a half here down on the outside here. You can see the chrome job domes on these machines here. Some of them just absolutely laying into the sun, giving it what it's worth. Brian Healy in the 83 doing everything he can to try to stay in that zone. Having some problems though, getting it really worked in though. The young cat right now trying desperately to stay in it, trying to keep his momentum alive, trying to hit him on by right now, hit him short. But Jeffrey Todd Tufts there in the 72 machine looking pretty solid there in the 3rd spot right now, has a solid run and a half. The 96 of Ian Yeager wants to try to get himself into victory lane for the first time in his career. He's had so many close calls and so many close battles, but he hasn't had that chance yet as they take it to a 3 wide salute there on that front stretch. Warren, Young, Keith, Checkmate, Taylor, and Brandlinger were involved in that one. But remember, if they get a 3-wide salute started and they cause a wreck, they're getting docked for that one. They've got to be careful about that. They're going to run through here quick as they can, try to stabilize positions in. Warren trying to find his way around. Healy trying to give himself a little bit of a run there, a little bit of a zone here, if you will. I think the only way for him to really make that pass, though, is he might have to be thinking about going to a 3-wide salute. Oh, a little bit of contact there to Healy. Out of turn 3, going down turn 4. They've managed just to stay out of trouble there, but that could have been disastrously there. Running it back in, caution comes out. We've got problems. Alonzo King has got a big problem there on turn 3 and 4. Looks like Ryan Kling and Alonzo King involved in that one. No relation. Damaged up on their end there. Alonzo King brings it in down in pit road here. He'll try to situate that settle it up. The 15 of Ryan Kling, unfortunately, as well. All sorts of problems there on his end there. Unfortunately, sets him way back in the field as we now have to bring the PTM instant replay back out. We'll take a look at this one and see what happened exactly here for our drivers and see what went wrong. And in this case, I got to believe something might have happened coming down into turn 3 into 4, and I think that's exactly what happened here. Here is PTM instant replay in all of its glory. And it looks like Jason Wright just barely catching. It looks like barely caught Alonzo there and ends up getting into the 15, and both guys going for a ride there. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, and problem settled in for them, and that's going to set them back even further. Thankfully, they do have instant repairs ready to go. They haven't used them all yet, so they're still good on that end. And now laps starting to deteriorate away and time starting to go away. And folks, if this is your first time joining us here on PTM Racing TV, well, we do ask if you would please go ahead and like and follow us up here on the show to catch all the racing action, all the great stuff that comes our way and comes down on the tracks. We've got a lot of great leagues we broadcast for, not only just Pedal to the Metal Racing League, but of course Backfire Sim Racing. As we mentioned earlier before here, we also go ahead, we do with the Fast and Fun boys, not just the trucks, but the Cup Series as well. Appreciate always tuning in for them and dealing with those guys. Might have seen a few of those names kind of popping in every once in a while, saying hello to the broadcaster, aka me, the Crusader. And of course, you got a few other folks that we are about ready to go back into. A little spoiler alert, we will be returning on Monday nights here very soon with No Limit Racing and No Limit. If you guys are watching right now, we do appreciate you taking us back on in and coming on down, and we cannot wait to give you guys a show and try to get you everything that you deserve and all that, my friends. So thank you again for having us come out and help and do all that again. And of course, on Wednesday nights, I believe we have somebody we believe we have a league that could be coming in mind, so be sure to tune on in for that in due time. But right now, that's currently open, to my knowledge. And then Tuesday nights, of course, we will have the Dirt Series broadcasted up. All the action, all the highlights will be broadcasted from Monday night's series there, so be sure to catch all that come Tuesday night. We'll have it in full, and you'll even see me on the track, so you get to see how bad I can talk about the race, and I can talk about how things went. But all in all, great series, great group of guys, of course. Oh, I forgot to mention, Blood Eagle Racing, of course, on Thursday nights right now, currently. They're about ready to finish up their season, though. And if Blood Eagle, if you guys are listening, thanks again for having us on by and giving us a show and a run. I think Mississippi Dirt will be coming with us next time on the Thursday nights after Blood Eagle has finished up their season. But so far right now, guys, as everything kind of works them on by and getting things fixed on in, there is still a lot of work to go here. There's still a lot of battle to do. So as we start to load these guys back on in, a little bit of puff of smoke there you see on the screen there. Don't worry, folks, that's not bad camera angles or TV on our end. That's just raw fuel from the trucks there that kind of spilled all over the track there, unfortunately from the truck series here. Richard Mott saying you're watching from the Gulf Coast in Gulfport, Mississippi. Well, Richard, great to have you on board, sir. And great to hear you there, man. I'm down in the Iowa region here, of course, in my new studio that we've whipped up not too long ago. Thank you again to the folks that helped us get the studio up. Y'all know who you are. But nevertheless, here currently, as the drivers are now situated through, getting ready to get back underway here. A lot of racing to be had, a lot of battles to come their way, and still they'll have 12 laps to shoot out for this one. And remember, they can't just be getting too aggressive on the starts. They do have those instant repairs, but I guarantee you some of them have already used them up by now. So as they load them back on in, currently the trucks at Talladega looking to try to finish this one out, looking to try to finish this by here. A lot of racing, a lot of runs to go at it here and try to make their name, make their presence felt. But how will that fare for them? How will that come to be? Well, we're going to find out here on the restart zone. They work them on by, and look who's up front right now. It'll be the 96 of Ian Yeager on the start. Keith Checkmate Taylor. Looks like he's feeling pretty cozy in that number 8 machine. And then, of course, Cindy the Colder Taylor right behind him there. Old Lance Brantlinger, that 3 machine, fighting it in as well, trying to stabilize one more big run there. That should be something here. Sam Timbolonio, I hope I'm saying your name right, bud. Saying 54 got that lucky dog back on the lead lap. Yes, he has indeed, and he will have himself a shot at the chance here to get himself back into glory zone. We'll see if he's able to do just that. Pace chars coming off this time around here, folks, which means it's about time we get back down to racing. Title car comes off, lights are going down, which means they're waiting for the green flag to fly. So much at stake and so much going down on the track here. There's not a lot of time to be making mistakes or making any more moves here other than to make the win for the change. They field them on down around the front straightaway here. The green flag flies. We are back underway. Moving the chains on down around turn 1, back them on down into turn 2 here. Hard runs here, coming back out yet again. And off the start, Ian Yeager with a full throttle assault right out of the gate. But Brandlinger goes to the outside, trying to get a run there with the Taylor. Old Checkmate gives him a little bit of a push, giving him a little bit of a chance here. Brandlinger has got that race lead. He wants the early advance. He wants to win for the first time in the season. To do that, he's got to hold off, try to stay in that stabilized zone. Right now, they're back him on by here. A little bit of problems there for Jason Rife. He's in the grass, opened up his own lawn care service. He's got problems. Crashed on in, has nowhere to go in the field. He's going to race without him. He's got it refired, but unfortunately, without another truck involved in that one, they can't call the caution. So they will work him on by. They will work him down and around in the end zone here. Back through yet again here. Strong runs here coming down yet again down out of turns 1 and 2. The 59 there, Cody Fox, starting to make some moves, make some ground up from earlier. He's the hard charger of the night. Up 13 spots in this one. Strong runs coming from these guys and gals right now. Everybody looking to try to build their way into position zone right now. Everyone in their hunt, in their area. Nobody trying to make any big moves here, big changes on the zone. Keith and Cindy right now in a hot pursuit, while Lance Brandlinger in the number 3 machine works them on down around on the front straightaway here yet again. Final laps coming away here, final 10 to go. As they lead them on back out again, down out around those corner zones into those turns there. You can see how much distance one another has from each other. They've got to stay focused on that line, stay positioned in. Huge crowd gathered on hand here to watch this race in all of its glory. And no one is giving an inch here to this one at all. Backing them on around right now. Currently the 59 of Cody Fogg looking maybe for one last big run here. A little bit of a full throttle assault here. Now they go to the 3 wide salute. I wouldn't do that. They're at turn 3. Yeager gets a little loose, box into the wall there on the wall protection. He gets into the wall protection there out of turn 3, gets it saved in. Brandlinger losing all of his momentum though. He got way back in the pack. He had the full run and the battle in, but Sidney the Closer Taylor takes a huge lead away, and Ian Yeager in the 96 trying to challenge her in for it. Does he have enough? Is it finally Yeager's time to get to victory lane? He's got a few more laps to try to do it. The 27 there, James Mandarin right now doing a pretty solid job staying in the zone, staying in the run. Matthew Hoffer in the 84 doing what he can, trying to give himself a little bit of a run as well. You got 2 Mountain Dew machines, 1 past, 1 present, which you think is kind of ironic because Hofford is a veteran. Well, 27 of Mandarin is new to us. He's new to the series. But there's one guy you got to watch out for, and that's the old rattlesnake in the 21. You see that Home Depot on the top left corner of your screen. The rattlesnake is on the attack now, trying to build some momentum on by. Working them down around here yet again. Here, fields them on down yet into the zone. Everybody in a hopper suit for this one. Ryan Kling, after those early troubles, now finally starting to exercise the demons and start to get something going for himself here. But you can hear how they have to get off that throttle and try to save their trucks and save them from getting into even bigger problems. That's really setting them back quite a ways here, really giving them less chances and opportunities. Brandlinger once again, I don't know how he did it, but he just took the race lead once again from him. Brandlinger has got the full throttle assault, the full run and a half here. Sidney the Closer Taylor trying desperately to get back ahead of him. But that's the hard part about making these moves and making them work well for you, is that if you don't have the momentum, you don't have anything to gain. The one there, Warren Young, back in this zone as well right now. Hard runs and battles here, coming to the wire here. Final lap starting to show up, 7 to go. And Todd Horst goes into pit lane there. Looks like he had to try to get that situation down. Now 3 wide salute there on the front stretch, going in turn 1 for the race lead. Jeffrey Oaks is up on the high bank. They hold it down yet again. Warren Young in the middle there on the turn 2. They will hold it. Can they keep it going? Can they stabilize the positions and stabilize the runs? I don't know who's going to go for the big move there, but they've got to be careful because something like that can happen out of turn back stretch. The big one comes in again. Caution, caution. Hoffer's on his lid. Matthew Hoffer is upside down, flipping all the way across. He is currently up on the rooftops, and that might have just ended his night. Are you kidding me, folks? Oh my. Almost the whole field was involved in that wreck. Oh my goodness, folks. I'm not sure what went wrong or what happened there exactly, but you know as well as anything what we got to do now. We're going to the PTM Instant Replay now. Take a look at this one here, and as soon as our producers figure out how to actually work the camera controls around here, and the producers both, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see all what happened here from point to finish here. So it looks like we finally got a good camera angle. What went wrong there exactly here? Now we just need to get the replay up. There we go. So watch carefully in the middle section right about now. Brandlinger pushes up just a little bit, kind of gets in there, and hard racing on Talladega ends up just making a silly mistake there, and there's really nothing you can do about that. That's just Talladega troubles for you. That's all it takes, man, is that slight little mistake, that's a little error, and all of a sudden your night could just come to a crashing halt and come to an end. And now we're looking at possibly going to a green-white checkered finish here. Boy, wouldn't that be something here, a green-white checkered here on the start. Brian Healy, I'd say probably right about now, is probably feeling a little bit lucky right about now in his truck. And Jeffrey Oaks right now currently knows what he has to do to try to take this one away here. But in order to do so, he's got some work to do here, of course. With the way the field's been working on by all day long, it's hard to tell who's really going to get that run in that zone. So now it'll probably be a green-white checkered on this restart zone. And right now, the way things are playing out, I would say if I'm in the Jeffrey Oaks camp right now, I'm pretty happy about where I'm at. But I'm also a little bit nervous because if he does not get that restart zone the way he wants it to, could be a long, long night for him. So the field will work him by here. We will see everybody in their entirety give themselves a run and a half here. Try to situate this one on in. That Green Tech Energy number 20 machine, freaking solid. That was actually made up literally last minute. For those at home that are wondering, yeah, we actually gained one more sponsor for the Pedal to the Metal Racing League Series before we went live here tonight, actually. Green Tech Energy had actually joined us in. That's why I'm having so much trouble with guy touching their name. They're brand new to us, and they're going to be brand new to you guys here in just a few short weeks, but or days, I should say, actually, but. But these guys definitely laying into some good times, a good area. They're a solar company, of course, trying to make way and pave the way for the positions here. As looks like checkered flag flies. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, wait a minute. I think they might have just called the race right there, folks. There was no time for the green-white checker, though. I'm not sure what's going down right now. Not sure if they ran out of time or what happened there. Hold on, we're going to go ahead and pull the replay screen up and find out exactly. And yep, folks, they ran out of time. They actually used up all their time. The full 60 laps there was used, not to the way they wanted it to, though. So that is going to sideline their race and end it there. But nevertheless, a win is a win. And for the first time in his career, your season opener winner is going to be Jeffrey Oaks. That's crazy to think, folks, but it is indeed here, and it's over. It is done with. He has done it, managing to get a little bit of a break there, and a little bit of a catch there. Cindy, the closer, Taylor finishes second. Brian Healy will take third, and how about that? A hard charger of the night, 12 spots up from where he was at. It wasn't pretty, but that last caution managed to give them what they needed and what it was worth. And here are the final race results here. Jeffrey Oaks takes this one on home. Cindy, the closer, Taylor will take it second. Third, Brian Healy. Fourth going to go to Jason Wright. Fifth to Jeffrey Tufts. Sixth to James Mandarin. Seventh to Todd Horsch. Eighth to Robert Kahn. Ninth to Cody Fogg. 10th to Keith Checkmate Taylor. 11th to Warren Young. 12th to Ryan Kling. 13th to Kevin Baker. 14th to Lance Brantlinger. 15th to Ian Yeager. 16th to Matthew Hofford. Alonzo King Jr. And 17th and 18th to Chantel the Throttle Pottle. Round out the field here tonight. Race all but done and over with. They're just coming to the line here. Going to cross the finish line here, folks. I'm heading down to victory lane here now. I will see you guys there in just a moment. That's kind of crazy, though, man. That's not the finish you were expecting, and where was it the one that you were really, planning to have happen? But coming across the stripe, it's official. Jeffrey Oaks gets his I believe his fourth racing win of his career. And what a way to do it on Talladega, of all places. And unfortunately for Cindy the Closer Taylor, I hate saying it, but she once again is the bridesmaid here. She unfortunately finishes second place once again, and I gotta believe right now she's gotta be a little bit fuming about that one. But I think at the end of the day, she will She always takes it like a champ, takes it like a sport, and she will be back out here. And I guarantee you, folks, keep your eye on this woman. She will have that race win eventually. It's got to be coming soon. Brian Healy, the youngster, that young cat, will definitely, in my opinion, be a guy you got to watch out for once he starts to settle down, get things fixed on in. There's a lot of great drivers in here that can definitely get it done here and get things fixed on in for themselves. So watch out for a lot of these cats here in the near future, folks. Well, better time than anything to go ahead and talk with our top 3 here tonight. So let's go ahead and bring him on in first to start. Brian Healy is now joining us here in the chat here, and Brian.
They're gonna show you part of town. Look, Dad.
Brian, we got you, bud. We got you the burnouts and all that. Not bad for a 3rd place finish here tonight, man. How'd the truck feel out there? I think he might not quite have the copy with us, folks. I think he might be talking with his dad at the moment.
It was bad loose when you was tight in traffic, but I mean, other than that, the truck was good. I got to thank Chantel for doing the wrap on the car. I had fun. It was crazy. This is one of the tightest I've ever been in. It was crazy.
It was indeed, man. I mean, at the end of the day, though, a 3rd place finish, first time in that victory lane position, man, that's definitely something. So, Healy, congratulations on that, and we'll see you next time out here when you can, bud.
We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Brian Healy there in the 83, a 3rd place finisher here tonight. We'll see if Cindy the Closer Taylor will like to talk with us here. We'll go ahead and throw the graphic cam here on the show for you. Finishing 2nd here. Strong finish for her in this case. Good battle all the way through. That was definitely something there, to say the least, though, for these drivers. Some solid runs and some solid battles all the way through. Bit crazy and out of hand at times, but hey, that's what it's all about. We're going to give her a couple more minutes here, see if she gets the call. Might go silent here or there, guys, so we do apologize in advance. So while we're waiting real quick here, it looks like Jeffrey Oaks has joined us on in now. So we'll go ahead and talk with our 1st place finisher here tonight. Jeffrey Oaks, at long last, gets a big win in a big way. And I know it wasn't exactly what you were looking for or counting on, bud, but at the end of the day, you know, a win is a win.
Win's a win. I'm so happy. It was a good race all around. A lot cleaner than I was expecting. And, yeah, win's a win. Started season 3 off with a win. Feels good.
For sure there. I mean, what was kind of the biggest thing that you were looking forward to in this season now that you kind of got that big monkey off your back, got a win already in here?
That was it. Like, I didn't like the way, I wasn't happy with the way I ended last season. I wanted to get another win or two. So I told myself coming into the season, we're going for it. We're going for wins. We're going for W's. We're going to go for that points battle, too.
You definitely have indeed, man. And at the end of the day, you've got yourself some pretty gnarly little points here and some good starts of the season. So who do you want to thank you for this finish?
Man, I want to thank all our sponsors. FEG PC, who I personally got a PC from, and it runs triple monitors fabulously. Maconi Setup Shop, Matt Mills Racing, SRM, Sim Racing Merch, Grid Finder, Green Tech Energy. Got you a W on the truck tonight, guys. Pottlez Wrapz, ButtKicker, PTM Racing League, PTM Racing TV, Bob's Custom Trophies, and Brandon Brown's Memorial. Appreciate all you guys doing, making this league happen.
Absolutely indeed. Well, nevertheless, here, Jeffrey, you've got a monkey off the back already and off the season. You are the race winner here at Talladega for the season opener. Congratulations. We'll see you Thursday. We'll see you come tomorrow night, buddy.
Heck yeah. Thanks for everything you do up there, buddy.
Absolutely. Jeffrey Oaks is your race winner here tonight in that 20 machine. And, folks, that's going to wrap it up here tonight for your action here from the PTM Truck Series. Thank you again, everybody that tunes on into the show here. Thanks again for everyone that helps support us. To our sponsors, Maconi Setup Shop, Matt Mills Racing Team, Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, simracingmerch.com, Grid Finder, ButtKicker, FEGPC.net, Brandon Minnick Sim Racing, Pottlez Wrapz, and Green Tech Energy. From all of us here at Petaluma Racing League and PTM as well, we do want to appreciate and thank you for everything. Before we sign off tonight, guys, we have one last little thing here just to show you as we sign off. But from now on, though, be safe. God bless. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the outros. We'll see you next time with the Green Flag Fries right here on PTM Racing TV.